Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Annisa from KIB. Today, I'd like to tell you my presentation about accidents in industrial laboratory. I have split my talk into 4 main parts. You can see here. The first is background and the definition of accidents in industrial laboratory. Secondly, we will look at causes and the factors of accidents in industrial laboratory. Thirdly, I will tell you the example and the prevention of accidents in industrial laboratory. And finally, I will tell you how to handle the accidents. I will speak about 7 till 10 minutes. So if you have a question, please feel free to ask me at the end of my presentation. Okay, let's start the presentation. First, I will explain about the definition and the background of accidents in industrial laboratory. You can read it there, and I will read it for you. Where accidents can happen anytime and anywhere, they can happen to everyone workers and can cause harm to workers as well as those employed. Implementation of occupational health and safety is one form of effort to create a workplace that is safe, healthy, free from environmental pollution, so that can reduce and or be free from occupational accidents and occupational disease that occur ultimately can increase work efficiency and productivity. Okay, next slide. The definition of accidents in industrial laboratory. In general, accidents are collisions or touches of hard or liquid chemical objects or gas or fire that comes from outside to body or physical that causes disabilities, injuries whose characters and place are determined by a doctor or a death. However, specifically discussed, an industrial lab accident is a collision of solid or liquid with the industrial lab officers that only happen because the things in industrial laboratories. Okay, secondly, we will talk about the causes and the factors. The causes of work accidents can be divided into two. There is 1. Dangerous condition or unsafe condition, which is unsafe from machinery, equipment, materials, and others. Work environment, work process, the nature of work and procedure. Number 2, unsafe act, which is a dangerous act from human, which occur partly because lack of knowledge and skill of implementers, bodily defect, fatigue and weakness of endurance, bad work attitudes and behavior. Okay, next, I will explain about the factors of industrial accidents. 1. Attitudes and behavior. The attitude and behavior of the workers who is negligent of the rules is probably the most common cause of accidents found in laboratories. 2. The situation is unsafe. The chemical materials, the tools used, and the working techniques are a cause of unsafe safety in a laboratory, such as the use of hydrogen chloride, hydrogen sulfide, and organic solvents that can cause pollution of workspace and laboratory environment. The unavailability of lemari asam and the ventilation systems is one of the causes unsafe situation in laboratory. In addition, technical errors can also cause unsafe conditions, such as heating reactions, dilating concentrate sulfuric acid, or heating volatile solvents in an open flame system. Number 3. Lack of control from the supervisor. The control function of the supervisor in the form of supervision and a good supervisory process is to anticipate the occurrence of undesirable conditions. Supervisor must explain procedures and work methods, provide supervision, and be aware of any possible hazards that may occur due to chemical experiments or the use of chemicals. Okay, and then the third part, which is examples and the prevention. There are four examples. Is one, sleeping. Usually happen because the floor is slippery, and the prevention is you must be wear anti-slip shoes and be careful when walking on floors that are being mopped or uneven construction. Number 2, lifting weights. It can make injuries of the workers ignoring ergonomics principle. And the prevention is don't be too heavy and don't stand too far away from weights. Next is number 3, contact with corrosive or damaging chemical materials. The prevention is you must be wear gloves and be careful when taking a chemical materials in lemari asam. The last one, risks of fire materials that may be flammable and toxic. The prevention is fireproof building construction and fire alert system. And finally, the last part, which is how to handle the accidents. The main thing you must to know is don't panic and follow the accident handling procedures. You can ask laboratory assistants to help you, then call the medics or fire department. Or here are some actions that can be taken to deal with accidents that occur. You can read on the PowerPoint. When exposed to chemical materials, clean the skin that is exposed to the chemical materials until clean, so you can wash your hand. 2. If there is a fire due to chemicals or an electrical short circuit, immediately sound an alarm danger sign. So, when you are in the laboratory, you must be very careful because there are a lot of dangerous chemicals that can cause injury and disability. Okay guys, that's all my presentation about accidents in industrial laboratories. And now, I will open the question and answer session. So, if you have a question, please free to ask me now. Okay? Thank you for your all questions. And I will close my presentation today. I apologize for some mistakes during the presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.